Hi Flosstube, this is Barb with Lost and Floss. Welcome back to my channel that's about cross stitch and some other things. And I promise this episode I will present like almost pure stitching and little rambling maybe at the end, but none in the beginning. 100% stitching all the time. As you can see, I have some of my pieces on the wall, and every time I come in here, I realize I don't mind the piece with it, but I don't like the frame. It either has to be white or gold, or like more like this one where it's more subtle. So I did buy some antique gold paint, and I might paint it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. You'll see next time, right? Well, maybe about a week ago, we had to return to the cabin. And so because of that, it was kind of a rainy week and I got a lot of stitching done. So that was thrilling. It's springtime there, so things are starting to pop up. We caught a mama bear with 5 cubs. Yes, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cubs on our wildlife cam in the woods on our property. And I was like, oh, did another bear mother die or something that she adopted those? And looked up and they said that they can have up to 6 cubs in a litter, which I was astounded. Usually it's 2 to 3. So that was kind of cool to see. A lot of deer, turkey, all those kinds of things moving around, and things are budding out. Definitely here. The grass is green here. And daffodils and hyacinths, and hopefully I'll have some tulips if the deer didn't ravage them. Okay, I promise not much rambling. So let's get into stitching. This is a piece I started a while back, and I finally gave it some love the other day. I guess I started it last spring. It's Americana by Carriage House Samplings. And I didn't buy I think it's Chartered in Silks, maybe. I believe so. But I just kind of converted myself, and I'm starting to really love it. I got started the flay again. I said this before, but I really need to. It's a different color down here. I was going to finish it the other day when I had the blue on my needle, and then I'm like, no, that's a different color. So, but this one will be done definitely this year. And in case you're wondering, I believe I'm stitching this on 36 count, 1/2, Lakeside Linens Luna. Lots of L's there. Alliteration. So, I have this piece, I think it's called Colonial Blossoms, and it's my piece that if I could just chuck it, well, I could, but I'm too far in. I would just get rid of it. And Lisa from our stitch group had hers done, and it's so beautiful. So I looked at mine the other day. I'm like, can I at least finish out the floral part of it? Because I'm not going to finish the whole thing. I've realized that. My stitching is so bad. I'm so off, like, maybe instead of 1/2, I'm 1/3. The fabric is just not conducive to stitching for me. And so I was just going to finish the center motif. Well, guess what? Somehow the threads are missing from the project bag. So that means I either put them back into my stash or they're in some other bag. So I will be on the hunt for that, because I just I just want to get it so I can make it. I thought I could make it, well, like Chelsea and Annie B's. Chelsea stitched this for me, and then Annie made it into this project bag, and I thought I could do something like that with the chunk of the chart that I have done, and then I don't have to finish it, and it'll be something pretty and useful. I did have a chance to work on some of my Prairie Schoolers this month or week or episode. And, oh, and by the way, I will announce the winner of the 2025 Prairie Schooler Santa towards the end. You know, like you start looking for things and you think you have them all there, and oh yeah, I guess I do. So Prairie Schooler Santas. I worked on the little partridge guy the other day. And let's see, he is Partridge in a Pear Tree 2001 Santa. And I like to get their faces done. So he is moving along. And then I also worked on 1992 Santa. This one I started when we were in São Miguel, Portugal, on an island. And fish is so prevalent there. I'm like, I gotta do that one for that trip. So I hope to have these 4 done this year for Christmas. Let's just say I'm going to have these 4 done for Christmas this year. And now I'm in a mood to stitch spring. April Prairie Schooler. These are just fun to stitch. They're, you know, like mindless. And so I want to keep going on this. I'd love to do, on the small chart, I'd love to do some of those as little individual small pillows. Wouldn't that be cute? So this is another one I should get done this year. So while we were at the cabin, it was rainy. I'm trying to think if we were watching a series or something. I can't remember. But I did a lot of stitching. And so one day I hauled out my Gold Collection Rooftop Santa stocking that I'm stitching for my son-in-law. And I just kept working on it. And I worked at it for a full day. And I was just shocked. And look at, I have reindeer. I mean, you can really tell they're reindeer. And I could just keep stitching on this, which is good because I need to have it done for this Christmas. So I think I should be able to get the reindeer part done. Let's say I'm going to get the reindeer part done by my next video. Pressure. We have here. I did have one finish, and this is kind of part of my series sabbatical that I'm trying to finish up existing ones and not starting new ones. Prairie Schooler, the 4 seasons. I have fall done, and as of this video, I have winter done, and I started on spring. They're really, I mean, they go really fast if you just stick to it, and I don't know, sometimes it is challenging though. Let's see here. Oh, this is one I thought I would get done by this video. I failed miserably. With Needle and Thread by Samplers Not Forgotten. I'm really struggling with these banded stitches. And then I'm kind of like using it. I mixed up the colors, and so this band, I thought that color would show up, but I really don't think it does. But I think I got the tape measure done, and I finished up the flowers. So I am making progress on it, but it's slow going. I have the little thimble to do yet, and yeah, there's little band stitching. I should just do it with maybe the green. That gold really doesn't show up enough. Just really disheartening. And this one I can see going on this wall. So that's where it will be. At least I know that part. Another one I've really enjoyed stitching on lately is Peace on Earth by Shakespeare Peddler. This is not out yet. It was from last fall's Farm Girl Dry Good Retreat, but I think Teresa will be releasing it at maybe this year or sometime. I don't know. I really don't know, but I love it. I mean, the brick variegation, it's just like, you know, mostly one color and then there's another one thrown in. But just have made good progress on, I believe, getting the door and this window. So, you know, that the house is the motif heavy. The rest of it, they're little motifs. So maybe by Christmas. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Okay. Teresa Koget, remember me? I love this one. And I did more tearing than I did ripping, and I still don't know what this fabric is, but I'm using called for colors. And I am now back to building the house correctly. I can't believe how many counting errors I had. But I can't wait to stitch on that border. The border is just beautiful. And I think it will be a fun stitch because it's not so precise that if you were off a stitch or two, you could easily make it work. So thank you, Teresa, for that. What else? I worked on Florence Mary Dickinson by Hands Across the Sea. Drawing a blank. And I decided to stitch this on 36 count vintage exemplar by Lakeside Linens, which I think was a very good choice. Look at that. It really is pretty. I'm working on the birds and trying to fill in, you know, the rest of what I'm missing here. It, honestly, since I started using the blown up, well, it's not even blown up, but it's all taped together chart that Lisa used for hers. It's really been a joy to stitch. I gave myself, well, let's show this one first. Another Teresa Koget, Land That I Love, Chart That I Love. Even her big pieces, they're fun to stitch. Okay, this is, let's see, 36 count Pearl Barley by Lakeside Linens. And got a few more of the letters done, and this little urn thing is coming along. No way is this going to be done this year, but I still am enjoying stitching it, and I will love pulling it out. And then, let's see. Keeping tradition, this is the red sampler. And many of you have asked in the past, I have no idea where you can get this, because I bought it at a cross-stitch rummage sale. But I'm so glad I started this one, because I really, really like it. Well, of course I like it, because why would I be stitching it? I mean, I have to stop saying that, because, like, how many of you stitch things you hate? 36 count winter brew. And last time, I forget what I gave myself as homework. This thing, maybe? I think that's what it was. I'm using Mariska's red. And I love the variegation that provides. Now, I'm just looking at what would make sense to start. Maybe I should say, it'd be kind of fun to do A through J on the other side. So that's what I'm going to do for my next video. And it will be such a happy morning when I'm done with the vintage version of this Happy Morning Plum Street Samplers. The house/barn structure. Honestly, Paulette, couldn't you have put this on a city lot? That grass goes on and on and on. But I'm getting really pretty close. And I redid like some of the stems over here because I realized I had not used the right color. And I finished the doodads on top of the trees. So really, it's just filling in this grass, and then I will need to, go over the rest of it and just make sure I stitched everything. And I think I'm off in a couple little areas, so I don't know. Like I might do, like if there seems too much space there, I might add just a little nothing motif. But I cannot wait to get this one framed, and it will be up year round. Because, I don't know, it doesn't, I don't know. It really isn't overly Christmas to me. I remember walking in Country Sampler, and I can't remember if this was an exclusive for them or for a retreat, but just seeing it, I believe they had both versions, the dark and the light one. And just standing looking at it, thinking, I want that so badly. And thinking, oh, can I do that? And then I really was drawn to the dark one at first, and then I started talking to Jeannie from Country Sampler, and she talked me into the vintage version, and I'm like, yay. Now I'm so glad. I would have just been dying. I did a little bit of Etsy cross-stitch shopping. Stitchy Princess has a bluebirds design that, you know, like how sometimes you see something and you have to have it. Well, I'll insert a picture here because I had to have it. And then I ordered a couple charts. I can't remember even who the designer is. I will also put that here. And was a flag with poppies, and then there was a pretty daffodil one, and I forget what the third one was. You know, true to my shopping skills, you could get 30% off if you bought 3. So there were a couple little, like the daffodil one's tiny. It'll make a really cute spring pin pillow. And I'm all about spring. I just am in the process of taking down my Easter decorations. I have them all piled on the dining room table, and I've left up, you know, a number of spring things, but I'll start working into the patriotic soon. But I still want to stitch some spring because I really didn't stitch very much last year. And so these are some of the things. Okay, so let me pause there because I do Mania my way instead of starting something new. I work an hour on, it's going to be the stocking. I'm going to work an hour on the stocking every day and see if we can't make some good I wish it was a we. I wish somebody was stitching on it for me. Any takers? I highly doubt it. But yeah, I really hope that will help me get the stocking done. But before that, let's see, we have another week, I think, of April. So I am going to start some things just because these are things that I want to have, and I didn't get started. So I am going to start the bluebird one. I'm going to start the daffodils. I'm going to start probably the flag. I'm not guaranteed, but I want to do this little basket. Isn't that sweet? This is from an old, let's see, what year is this? November, December, 89. It's got this on the cover. So, but I love that basket. And, so I'm going to get that charted up. Leanne had, Rodney Rabbit by Kathy Barrick that she was going to start. And every year I think I'm going to get going on this guy, and I don't. So this year I'm going to get going. I think I will start on Bluebird Garden. That's a cute one. This by Heartstring Samplery, All the Pretty Flowers. You know, these would just go so quick. This one I'm not going to start on. Do I have this charted up? I think I had this, and then I gave it away in a giveaway, and then somebody was getting rid of theirs, and I'm like, I need to stitch that. But Bluebird Out My Window, I'm like kind of in a bird mode now. Let's see. Did I show this one? A Little Chintz Sewing Set by JBW Designs. That's sweet too. And this was a freebie, the first robin of spring. So I think I would like to do that. And it was designed by Elizabeth Foster. I did, trying to think. I think I did the rabbit with a carrot, which I guess I forgot to put out this year because I don't see it anywhere. But I thought maybe I'd stitch that lamb or sheep is really pretty darn cute. Or the ducks. And I have a couple longer term things that I am going to start. I have the Prairie Schoolers American Strawberries. I want to do at least one of those for this year. This is a chart Lori shared with me. And I want to kit that up, get that done. And then I have two fall things I'm going to start. Andy B's Harvest Moon. I especially like that because Harvest Moon was the name of Leanne's Etsy shop, or at least some variation of that. So I always think of her. And then this is Stacy Nash Oak Leaf Manor Pink Keep Drum. So I'm going to get that kitted up too. How many new whips will that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then the couple that I bought, 13, 14, 15. Oh, that's a lot of new whips. I might as well go for 25. Oh, and then I got this. This Needles Dance was the kit. And I think I might just do this part. But I just love the backing fabric and the fabric and the threads. I think this was an exclusive to the like 2019 Nashville market class. So I'm not sure that you would be able to find it. Maybe on the secondary market. But look at the needle minder. I mean, everything was so coordinated. So I'm going to start on that one too. Because why not? We had a nice Easter. We were supposed to, well, it turned out that in my large family, there were only going to be 6 of us gathering, and I had said that I would have it. And then we were also invited to our son-in-law's parents. They live on a lake, and a beautiful house that they remodeled, whatever. And all their sisters, the daughters of his in-law, or my daughter's in-laws, so her basically her sister-in-laws were going to be there. And so they were going to celebrate on Easter because very often the one sister has to work. And so we had been invited, and then when our son-in-law's mom found out that we were only going to have 6 in our group, she invited my 2 sisters and their spouses as well, so we could all go there. And it was just such a wonderful day. I mean, she always, makes way too many things, and I offered to bring dessert, so I baked a lamb cake. Any guesses? I will insert a picture here. and a strawberry cheesecake I made. I mean, we had no shortage of desserts because she had a pineapple upside down cake, and I always laugh because like some people think you only need one dessert, and I mean, if there's 10 people or more, I always have to have more than one. So we went there for the day, and she had an Easter egg hunt for the kids. And this is funny because like it wasn't making sense to me. So they, normally do it outside. And so two of the sisters have newborn babies. So the newborn babies were napping, and people kept saying they were going to do the Easter egg hunt before we had dessert. And so it was getting later and later and later. And I'm thinking, well, are those newborns going to really know if they have the hunt or not without them? Well, then it's time for the Easter egg hunt, and we all go upstairs, and I'm like, oh, well, the babies were sleeping upstairs. So it wasn't anything to do with the fact that they couldn't do it without them. They just didn't want the babies woken up, which I totally get. But she does it a smart way. Each kid has a different type of egg. So like one kid had cars, one had Legos, so the kids are looking for 12 eggs, but they have to be of their kind. And so it really is a smart way to do it because it extends it longer, and it makes it fair for the younger kids who can't, find the eggs as quickly. And then she still does, cracks me up, for her children and their spouses. They also do an egg hunt, but I'm like, well, I'd do one too. But those are for like scratch offs and that kind of thing. I don't know if she had gift cards, but then the kids take their eggs and they have a prize redemption center. They set up on the pool table, and then they can, like there's certain values that they can switch. So, it's, I don't know, animal crackers and juice boxes, and I'm making things up, not straight candy necessarily, little toys and whatever. So she has it down to science. So that was really exciting. And then I came home, and I was so glad, we had gotten home the day before Easter, and so from the cabin, so it would have been a rush even getting ready for 6 people. So I was thrilled that it had worked out that we could go there. So perfect. What else? Oh, I worked on my mulch. We had 80 bags to spread, and I probably have half of it done. All the daffodils are up, and I got a chair for my island. So I got together with my high school friends at one of our friends. She's kind of on the border between Illinois and Wisconsin, and everyone brought something. We had a nice brunch, and just, we've been friends for 50 years. It's just, there's just nothing like it. And one of our friends had been sick at Christmas time, so she was able to join us. So it was so good to see her. And of course, it never will be the same again without Leanne being part of it, but it's still wonderful to have those people in your life. So, but then on the way home, I've been wanting to go to IKEA. It's not right around the corner, and I finally, what's going on there? I finally, got my bar stool for my cutting table. So I put that together with a little assistance from my husband. I had done a nightstand that was very clear because it was in English and they had words where IKEA always challenges me a little bit because there's no writing. They rely on pictures, which if you're spatially challenged like I am, that can be a problem once in a while. But got that done, and I've just been trying to put the Easter stuff away, as I mentioned, and you know, like, I don't know, all of a sudden all these cobwebs appear, so I've been trying to work on that and get some things organized, get some things out of here. We had gotten a different coffee table. I had the old one, so it's like, okay, now what do you do with it? It wasn't in great shape because I had gotten it from my sister who had it for years. And well, it turns out her grandson is moving into an apartment at school next year. So I text with my nephew and he's like, yes, we will take it. And I'm like, okay. He's like, when should we pick it up? I'm like, we can even drop it off. So that will be nice. We've been a 2 coffee table living room family recently, and it kind of does get in the way. So be glad to clear that out. And yeah, just enjoying spring. I can't believe we're closing in on May already. I'm not sure when I'll be doing my next video. Maybe sooner than you would think. I'm trying to like be more on a regular basis so that it's not as time consuming to get ready, showing and whatever. So, all right, here's where I'm going to piece in the winner of the 2025 Prairie Schooler Santa chart. And the winner of the chart is Paula Arthur 57. And I'll put a screenshot of Paula's comments right here. And so, Paula, if you can get in contact with me, I will try to get that chart out to you in maybe the next week or 2. Everyone else, thanks so much for participating. I wish I had one to give you all. Please contact me, either instant message me via Instagram at lostinfloss2, the number 2, or else send me an email at lostinfloss2@gmail.com. And both those addresses will be in the show notes as well. So I hope you're all doing well. If you celebrated Easter, I hope you had a wonderful day and are busy enjoying the change of season and the rebirth of the world. And I just, you know, like spring is such a time of hope, and it would be wonderful if we can all continue to fill the world with love. See you next time. Toodles.